Whenever I run now, I literally have to look down all those little gaps in the pavement where the water goes in after like rain and stuff, because I'm just worried there's going to be a creepy ass clown in there, man. So before I actually talk about this movie, if you're not familiar with the source material or the previous incarnations of the story, or if you've been avoiding spoilers and everything like that, then I highly recommend you do not watch this video right now. Maybe come back and watch another time. Just because for the most part I had no idea what this film was about or the story, and I was very surprised when I was watching the film. And that was really cool because it's not often that I'm very surprised and very unfamiliar with what a movie is necessarily going to be about. So if you don't know what this movie or the story is necessarily about and you want to be surprised, then maybe watch this video another time. Add it to your watch later and then come back and watch it. This review won't have any spoilers, but I am going to talk about some of the cast and it obviously, and just some of the things I enjoyed and some of the things I didn't enjoy about the movie. But if you want to go in knowing completely nothing about it, then don't watch this. So it is based off a novel by Stephen King. I'm sure you all know who Stephen King is, and some of his novels have been adapted to really amazing movies like The Shining, for example. And in this film we follow a group of kids called the Losers, and they are pretty much trying to discover what is going on in their little town. A lot of weird things have been happening. A few people have vanished and have gone completely missing, and they are trying to figure out what's going on. Soon certain events start to unfold, and then we obviously have our story called It. Now It was directed by a guy called Andy Muschietti. I think that's how you say his name. Muschietti. Let's just go with that. I think we should just go with that. And he did a really amazing job. He directed another horror film called Mama, which I have not yet seen, and I think he did a really good job directing this film. Pennywise the Clown was played by a guy called Bill Skarsgård, and he did a flipping amazing job. Whenever he was on screen, he brought such a weird, creepy, terrifying vibe to that scene, and I thought he did an incredible job. Really, really incredible job. The cast of this film was also really good. Like, it seriously was good. A lot of these actors who are kids, they're the leads of the film, the children, and a lot of them I had no idea who they were. I had never seen them in other films. And they really all just contributed to the film in such a very unique way. You could also just believe that they were friends. They just had this chemistry about them that really just made you believe that they were a group of friends in this little town. One of the kid actors I did know about, and who I was familiar with, was Finn Wolfhard, who plays Mark in Stranger Things. I won't lie, I was expecting his character to pretty much be the same as his character in Stranger Things, because they're kind of a similar story in a way, and also the setting and the time of this film is quite similar to Stranger Things. They both take place in the 80s, so I was like, this character is going to be pretty much exactly the same, and wow, it wasn't the same. He did a very good job, and it was just cool seeing him in such a different role, and not for 1 second did I think, oh wait, he's like Mark in Stranger Things. He was just such a completely different character, and that just goes to show what a good job Finn Wolfhard did. So that was awesome, and I really enjoyed seeing him in such a different role. Now there was one thing that I completely hated. Yes, hate might be a strong word, and maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, but there was this one thing about this film that was extremely frustrating for me. And a lot of the reviews that I've been watching and reading and stuff like that are not mentioning this, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it was just me, but the one thing that I really was frustrated by was the use of CGI in this film. There were some scenes where it was used very effectively and really well and great. Other scenes where it just looked terrible. Seriously, it was bad. And it was just really frustrating because often there was a really tense moment building up with amazing cinematography, amazing acting, and amazing sound design and stuff like that. But then immediately as that moment builds up, and I guess the reveal comes of that tension that's been building up, it's revealed by using very crappy CGI. I'm going on a bit of a rant here, but just bear with me. Like, some of the stuff that they use CGI on, they could have done practically. Maybe it would have been a bit more difficult to do practically, but I think it would have had a way better effect. But one of the things you see in this film is a red balloon, okay? You would have known that from the poster, from a trailer if you've seen it, but a red balloon. So a red balloon filled with helium floats. That's what it does. And I'm pretty sure most of us can agree that getting a red balloon of any sorts and filling it with helium wouldn't be that expensive. And pretty much what I'm trying to say here is that there is a use of a red balloon in this film where they use CGI, and it just doesn't work. It just looked weird and it looked fake. So I don't know why they decided to do that. It really was frustrating. Obviously, this was not the only CGI element or use of CGI that I found very frustrating. There was a lot of other parts in the film that I thought the CGI was not used well at all. But as a whole, I really did like this movie. It doesn't seem to try to follow the trend that a lot of horror movies are these days. It does something a bit different, and I really did appreciate that. I'll be honest, I don't think this movie is nearly as scary as people are making it out to be. I didn't find it that scary. There were a few moments where I was like, ugh, and like a few cringy moments where I was just like, ugh, but like it wasn't like I wasn't scared ever. I didn't really feel that scared. That being said, this film is extremely creepy and it's sometimes kind of a bit unsettling to watch, and they put these kids in situations that are quite hectic and quite intense. I was quite surprised at that. So to sum it up, I love this movie. I thought it was very good. Not as scary as most people are saying. Some of the CGI in the film wasn't used that well, in my opinion. The cast was incredible. Really incredible. The film was awesome, and Pennywise was creepy as heck. Flip that clown was damn creepy. And after this film, I just really want to go read the book. And then also just watch the Tim Curry the TV series, I think it was. It was a 2-part TV series or something like that. Anyway, I want to go watch that as well, just to see the difference. There are a bunch of reviews that I'm still meant to have done. I haven't done them yet. Hit the subscribe button down below because yeah, that will just help you keep up to date with what I'm doing. And then I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So if you want to check me out on those social media platforms, then check out the description. All the details are there that you need. And yeah, thanks so much for watching this, guys. It's always awesome talking about movies, and I'm glad you guys are listening, and I'm glad you're watching. Thanks so much for watching this, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.